Lesson 4: Foreign Influences on Philippine Culture. As discussed in the previous lessons, early Filipinos of the pre-colonial era had their own distinct cultural and artistic traditions and practices. They were creative, artistic, and skillful in boat making, pottery, metalworks, beadwork, and basketry, among others. Their art, culture, and way of life also reflect the influence of people from neighboring countries with whom they had robust trade relations. The Spanish influence and the Chinese influence are the major foreign influences on Philippine art and culture. The Spanish colonizers ruled over the Philippines for more than 3 centuries. In this span of time, the Spaniards heavily influenced nearly every facet of the Filipinos' way of life, including religion, customs, beliefs, language, architecture, fashion, food, and even songs and dances. Today, Spanish influence is still evident in the Filipinos' way of life. Their influence is evident in the designs of Filipino homes, formal clothing, and food. Many festivals, dances, songs, and Filipino words are Spanish in origin that have been adopted into Philippine culture. During the Spanish period, art became an effective means of propagating the Catholic religion. Many old churches found throughout the Philippines is an evidence of the Spanish architecture at its finest. Many of these churches are centuries old. The Spanish are also credited for having introduced the Western style of painting and engraving. Sculpting also has the Spanish imprint, as carved anitos were replaced by the sculpted saints in many Filipino homes. The Chinese influence on Filipino culture is very strong and undeniable. Proximity between the two countries and their robust trade relations made this inevitable. Together with food items, the Chinese also brought with them porcelain, fabric, and clothing, among others. Intermarriages and migration also further strengthened Chinese influence on Filipinos. Print art is an ancient art form in China, which Filipinos were exposed to because of extensive trade relations with the Chinese. Traditional Filipino culture has been enriched by the cultures of other countries associated with the Philippines. The coming of foreign colonizers only served to further enrich the artistic skills and cultural traditions of the local folk.